If you don't live under a rock, you most likely have heard about Clawdbot, now OpenClaw. Everyone seems to want to get their hands on a Mac Mini and set it up. So in this video, I'm going to break down how to set up OpenClaw on your Mac computer. Now, I have to warn you, you should not use your normal personal Mac computer to install this. Now, we're going to go through how to install it, how to give it a voice, how to connect it to Google Drive, WhatsApp, and how to connect it to Slack. So let's go ahead and dive in. If you have not been living under a rock, then you have heard of Clawdbot, Moltbot, OpenClaw, whatever you want to call it. It is now officially OpenClaw. This video, we are going to show you exactly how to set up OpenClaw the simplest way possible. Now, there are some security risks to doing this, so do this at your own risk. Make sure it is on a secondary device or its own server. In this situation, we are going to be showing you exactly how to install this on a MacBook, MacBook Pro, Mac Mini, whatever it may be, using Terminal. Now, the first thing you want to do is navigate to OpenClaw.ai, but I want to stop you there because you may run into some issues. We have to make sure that there are a couple prerequisites added. Now, I want to preface this by saying if you want access to these documents, one, check the description of this video and you will get access to this specific guide of how to install and uninstall this system. Now, it is also inside of a RevPilot community, so if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link. We have everything of how to connect Google Workspaces, how to enable Slack, etc., etc. Now, when we come into OpenClaw, we want to first run some of these commands. So we need to install Node.js and npm. We need to install Homebrew to make sure we have the best, cleanest experience with this. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to open up Terminal, okay? Now, if you've never used Terminal, just follow along. It's not super complicated. Essentially, we are just going to start grabbing these shell commands and we want to paste this in there. And as soon as we do, it's going to ask for a password. So we want to put our Apple computer password in there and you can see this script will install Homebrew. So we're going to hit enter and make sure that Homebrew successfully installs. It's going to download and install Homebrew. Once that is done, we are going to move on to the next step, which is verifying the installation. Then we'll move into installing Node.js. Now, once that is finished, we are going to use this command right here. So let's go ahead and grab this guide and we are going to paste that right there and we are good to go. And then verify that it works. So we just want to make sure we are on the newest version and that everything is set up. We're going to paste that in there. We can see 5.0.13 all set. Next up is to install the node right here. Copy this and we are going to paste that in there. So you can see fetching downloads, boom, it's going to install a bunch of things for us and make sure we have access to all of this. Now we want to verify that both things are installed. So wait for this to finish. And as soon as this is finished, we are going to check the version of Node and npm. So let's give it a moment here. All right, and that is completed. So they have been installed there. So next up, we're just going to check the versions. So we're going to grab this first one. We're going to paste this in here and we can see v22.22. And then we're going to grab the npm version. We're going to paste that in there. And we should see that it should have gave us, there it is, 10.9.4, okay? So we are all good to go. Next up, we are gonna do these two commands right here. So let's copy this. We're gonna paste this in here and run that. And it's already installed. Now using the most up-to-date version, we're good to go. Next, we want to install Claude Code. And again, guys, literally just copy and paste these and it'll take care of all this extra stuff that will cause headaches if you don't do this first. So we're going to install Claude Code. We can see that it is installing right there. And then we need to verify that it is installed. So let's grab this, come back here so we can see npm fund for details, paste this in here. We're going to verify, boom, 2.3.1 or 2.1.31 is installed and we are all good to go. So next, we want to set up our API key for our token that we are going to use for the installation in a moment. So we'll do that. And then we don't actually need to use this yet. I'll wait to use this for the next piece. But we want to essentially install OpenClaw. So we can grab this curl command right here. You just want to make sure you're on macOS and Linux. So when you're on the website, go down here, macOS, one-liner, copy this. Now, I would actually use this version because if you have an I always run into password issues on my Mac, and this helps fix that. So we just paste that in there. You can see that it's going, it says macOS detected, Homebrew already installed, Node.js found, Git already installed, and it's installing OpenClaw. Just like that. Now, the next thing that we're going to see is the actual onboarding wizard, and we just want to go through the onboarding wizard. So let's give it a moment here for this to actually run. And as soon as it is done, we should see our wizard. All right, and just like that, we are now into the wizard. Now, there's a security warning, just like I warned you guys in the very part of this video. Make sure you're doing this on a secondary device. I'm only doing this on my device right now. For the purpose of this video, we're going to uninstall it immediately afterwards, which I'm going to include in this video as well. So we just want to click yes, I understand. We want to select quick start right here. Again, if you never use terminal, just use the arrows on your keypad and enter. So we're going to hit enter right there. Then we have to choose our model. You can use OpenAI, Anthropic, whatever you really want. Kimi is a really good model to use to reduce the token usage. There are some solutions to reduce the overall token usage. I have a couple profiles on my Clawdbot that allows me to choose the different models in real time. You can also segment your folders out. So if there's like things that you wanted to work on, I actually exclude those from the primary running of the agent so it doesn't use as much token. Now, we're going to select Anthropic right here. We're going to do Anthropic token. Once you do that, we want to grab this command right here, Claude setup token. Now, this is why I had set it up earlier and didn't use the thing that I was saying right there, because we're going to use it right now. So click on shell, go to new window, new tab, and click new tab. And then you're just going to paste this in there. Now, this is going to open up a browser window and tell you to authorize Claude. So I'm going to click authorize. And as soon as I do, I can go right back to my terminal and I am going to have a token. Okay. So copy your token. We're going to go back over here. We're going to paste our token in and hit enter. And then hit enter again for the token name. And as soon as you do, you're good to go. Now you get to choose the model in here. Haiku is going to be the cheapest. Sonnet is a good option for lower token usage, but you can just keep it current with the Claude Opus 4.5. Hit enter right there. Now you have to choose how you're actually going to set this up. So you can do Telegram, WhatsApp, Discord. This is how you actually chat with the agent, iMessage, etc. So you can even use Slack if you want. I like to do WhatsApp with the QR code. It's extremely easy. So I'm going to select that. And then we do link WhatsApp now with the QR code. Hit enter and you're going to see this cool QR code pop up. As soon as the QR code actually pops up, you're just going to open WhatsApp. So let's go ahead and open our WhatsApp app. We're going to go to settings in WhatsApp, click on the QR code. We're going to click scan, and then we're going to scan that. We're going to click continue. My phone's about to die, so let me plug this in real quick. There we go. And then it's going to ask to link a device. So we're going to click link device. And then we're going to want to link the device. Now, give me 1 second here because I've already activated so many of these. I actually have to unlink some devices. So let me go ahead and unlink the most recent one. Log out, log out. There we go. We're going to click link device. You can have up to 4 devices linked at any given time. So we're going to click OK. We're going to scan that one more time. And then you should see this update. Logging in, keep WhatsApp open on both devices. And there you go. Linked after restart, web session ready. So we're all good. You can choose if you're using a separate phone number or this is my personal phone number. Hit enter. And you're going to have to verify the phone number. So just punch in your phone number that's associated with account. Hit enter, and then we're going to move into skills configuration. So hit enter right there, select NPM, and then we can choose what skills that we want. So there's a lot of cool ones in here. Bird allows you to connect via to X, basically, Twitter, old Twitter. You can do GitHub, you could do Nano Banana, you could do Gemini, etc. I highly recommend setting some of these up. I'm not going to go through it in this video. We're just getting the base set up right now, which is going to get you far enough to begin with. So we're going to hit skip for now. Right here, anytime you see multiple choice, you actually have to hit that space bar and then you can hit enter. Then it's going to ask you about these other things. So set up Google Places API. No. Google Places API for local places. No. Gemini API key. No. Notion API key. Open API key. OpenAI for Whisper and image gen. No. And then ElevenLabs. So I want to give this a voice. So what we're going to do is we're going to tab over. We're going to hit yes for ElevenLabs. We're going to go to ElevenLabs. If you don't have an ElevenLabs account, create one. But all you have to do is, and let me just create a new key for you. We're going to click on developers right here in the bottom left-hand corner. And then we are going to go to API keys, create a new key, and then you can just name it whatever you want. Click create new key, click create, and then copy that key. Now you got to make sure you assign the correct privileges. This is a restricted key, so it's not gonna have access to anything, but you do need to add that in there. So we're gonna come back to our terminal. We're gonna post our key in there, hit enter, and then we're good to go. So it's gonna install the gateway. Next, it's gonna ask us if we wanna hatch our agent. So we're gonna say yes in just a moment as soon as it installs the gateway service. And just like that, it is installed. So we're going to click allow there, and then we are going to hatch in TUI, and it's going to say, wake up, my friend. And we just got to give it a little bit of information. So we got to tell it what is its name, and then what is our name, and then some additional information about us. So, hey, I just came online, fresh, late, no memories yet, just me and you. So who am I? What should I call you? Let's configure this together. So, hey, you are Emily. You can name it whatever. And I am Jordan. Boom. And then it's going to ask you a couple follow-up questions. Provide as much information as you can so that you get it working as effectively as possible. I'm not really gonna, I'm just gonna say, let's do this later, right? Boom. So let's give it a second here. No problem. I'll jot down what you got so far and we can finish whenever. And it should hatch here in just a moment. And you can chat with it. You can do whatever you want. I'm here when you need me, and we are good to go. Our agent is set up, guys. It is that easy. Now you can communicate it with it through WhatsApp. All you have to do is message your phone number, and it's gonna essentially message in here. Now you can add Slack, you can add Google Drive, you can add all of this stuff. If you join our Skool community, we have all of these documents inside of here. Just click on the link in the description below. Join the community. We have everything from Close CRM, HubSpot, AI, automation, everything you can imagine and need to improve your sales organization and get started with AI. Now, we also have this guide that will be in the description below and in the community, but that is all you have to do. So we are set up. Now, what if you want to uninstall it? Well, go ahead and check out the other video that I have linked here. I'm going to show you exactly how to uninstall this from your computer if you have any issues. But before I do that, I do want to show you how to, let me go back to this document here, lock down security. So this is an extremely important step. So essentially, you just want to make sure that everything is up to date on it. So we're going to open the OpenClaw Doctor. So the first thing, we're going to check if we're up to date on the latest version. We are, because we just installed it. So I'm going to skip that step. But if you previously installed it, you can follow that step. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in here. We're going to open up terminal. We're going to open up a new terminal tab. We're going to hit the plus icon or paste icon, hit OpenClaw Doctor. Now, it is going to make recommendations on what it should do. Tighten permissions on OpenClaw to 700. Yes, please. We're going to hit enter right there. It's going to load 20, disable 29, 0 errors, right? We can see it's linked, all good to go. Doctor is complete. That is a major fix. Now, you can go through additional things like locking down DM access. You can bind the gateway to a local host. You can set the gateway authentication, etc., etc. So there's a bunch of different things that you want to do. Make sure that you go through all of those steps and you lock down your platform. But that is it for this video. It is that simple, guys. Have fun using your agent. You can do all kinds of cool stuff. Connect it to Slack, connect it to Google Drive. Play around with it, get Nano Banana in there. You can generate images. We are doing all kinds of really cool stuff with our agents right now. So I hope this video was helpful. Give me a subscribe if you liked it. Leave a comment on what you thought was most helpful or what you plan to do with your Clawdbot, and we will see you on the other side.